And welcome back, everybody, once again to another Skywars voiceover Let's Play. Um, so today's story is gonna be another good one. Good, God, sorry, I'm exhausted. It's really early in the morning when I'm recording all these. I'm doing four in a row. I'm doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this story will be, we're gonna call it the Hot Flashes story. Um, this is a really good one. So we're gonna start off by prefacing. All right. So in elementary school, in fifth grade, my best friend Frankie. It's gonna start off a little sad. My best friend Frankie died of brain cancer. Um, he was really one of my best friends. It was hard for me to get through this. So every year since then, me and one of his other close friends, Matt, who's became my best friend over the years, we do Relay for Life every year at our local high school just to support him, and we do the walk for him and everything. We raise money. That's really quite nice what they do over there. So this is actually the story of the. I don't know if you remember what I mentioned when I was sick. The only other day in my life that I've been sick, and that's gonna be significant for this story. I woke up the morning of Relay for Life, and I was stuffy and whatnot. So my mom was like, "Mark, why don't you just here?" She was like, "Take a Dayquil now and take a NyQuil with you. So when you're at Relay for Life, you could just take it and you'll be better in the morning." So I was like, "All right, Mom, I'll do that." So I set an alarm on my cell phone to alarm me at like 10 o'clock at night or whatever to take this NyQuil. And so if you don't know what Relay for Life is, you set up like a tent, raise money, and you could just play around. You have like an open field, play like frisbee and stuff, and you need to raise money for cancer research, breast cancer mostly. Um, but yeah, any cancer. But and then later in the night they do a luminarium where they place like where you could get a bag and put someone who you care about who's been affected, who's died of cancer around the track of the field, and everyone walks around after a moment of silence, and it's really beautiful. It's all the bags are lit up. But anyway, so let's see, where were we? So me and Matt were there, and the plan wasn't, you usually stay overnight at Relay for Life, but our plan wasn't to stay overnight because we didn't have room in a tent. So me, Matt, and my other friend Matt, is gonna get confusing because there's two Matts. We're just gonna go to my. Alright, I'm gonna label them by their last name, first letter. So Matt V, Matt A. We were gonna go to Matt V's house at night. And we were just gonna sleep at his house overnight. We were just gonna play some video games. This was after the luminarium, and whenever we got tired, we'd just go back, and his mom would pick us up. Because at that point we didn't have our licenses. This was kind of a while ago. So I had the NyQuil. I just put it in my wallet so I wouldn't lose it. So I was there, and we were there. You were there all day, so we were there, and it was around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And Matt V was like to me, he was like, "Hey Mark, do you want to go to Subway? Because right across the street from the school." And he was like, "And get lunch." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, Matt, I'll come with you." So we went to Subway, and so I got my sandwich. Um, so I went to pay for this sandwich, and I pulled out my wallet, and he saw that I had the NyQuil. It was in like the little plastic package, and he saw that, and he was like, "What is that?" And like, I'm a really sarcastic person. I don't know why he didn't pick up on this, but I said it was a cannabis tablet. And if you don't know what cannabis is, it's the technical word for weed. Hold on one second. Alright, I just wanted to make sure my headphones were still recording because last episode I had to do twice. Um, so I told him it was a cannabis tablet, and he was like, "Where'd you get it from?" And I just named like I was just like Brett, who is like he's a known drug dealer in our town. And if you want to know something about Matt, he's never gotten high or drunk in his entire life, so he doesn't know anything about any of this. So when I was like cannabis tablet, like he actually believed what it was, and he didn't know that it was NyQuil, and but he didn't. That was the end of the conversation. So I had a pack of two of them, is what it was. It was in like the plastic package. Um, so we were there, and we did the someone there was a guest speaker there. We had a moment of silence. We did the walk, and me and Matt were. I had my arm around Matt because he was crying, and I was crying. A sad, sad time, and so we did a couple laps, and we went back to our campsite. And we were sitting there, and he was sitting on top of the cooler, and his head was in his lap, and he was crying because bring back the memories of Frankie. But yeah. So my alarm went off. Oh, hit 10 o'clock. My phone went off, and I looked, and I was like, oh, I need to take this NyQuil. So I pulled out the pack of two, and he just looks at me. Matt V looks at me, and he's like, give me one of them. And at first I was like, why does this fucking kid want NyQuil? Is he sick? And then I was like, oh, he thinks I'm about to get high. So I was like, you want one? And he was like, yeah, it'll make me feel better, because he was really upset. So you can call me an asshole, you can, but I went with it. So I popped the two out, and I gave him one of them. We drank it with a bottle of water. And he started going around telling people he just took weed pills. And this girl he had a crush on, he told, and the whole thing is so stupid. Um, so we ended up, right after he took it, like 10 minutes after, his mom was coming to pick us up. His mom. So I knew it was NyQuil, so I was just like, just trying to get over my cold. But he was placeboing mad hard. So we get in his mom's car, and he's sitting in the front seat, and like before we got in, he was like whispering to me. He was like, what if my mom knows I'm high? I was like, Matt, you're fine. Matt, you're fine. You'll be okay. So like we're in the car, and like he's just staring out of the passenger side window the entire ride, like a 5-minute ride. He's just staring dead out. So we get to his house. His mom goes upstairs. We go to his basement. And me, Matt, and Matt A, not the one that took the NyQuil. Matt A, he was in on it. Like I texted him in the car ride, letting him know what I did, and like he was dying. So we're there now, and we're in his basement, and he was like, guys, I'm so high right now. And we were like, oh yeah, what? He was like, in the car ride, I was staring outside, and all I could see was smoke. And we're like trying our hardest not to laugh at this kid, because this is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. And he was like, and I keep getting these hot flashes. And I was like, hot flashes? And he started like fanning himself. He was like, hot, 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 hot. And it was so funny. Oh my god, this kid legitimately thought he was high, and it was just like the weirdest experience. He was like texting this girl he had a crush on and everything, and telling her, and like it was just absolutely ridiculous. He was like dancing around. He kept like getting up and walking around like he was like anxious, and like just the whole scene was absolutely ridiculous. And so we ended up going to sleep, and we woke up, and he was like, man, I want to do that again. And like I didn't tell him that it was NyQuil, and I still haven't told him it was NyQuil. So he thinks that he got high off of NyQuil, and he probably still tells people that. But yeah, that's the end of this story. If you liked it, leave a like down below, and if you have any suggestions for these videos, please leave a comment. Thank you all for watching. Clarence out. Stay corny, San Diego.